And welcome back, my loves, to the Doralicious Show for Agape Greek Radio. And I'm so excited. Έχω εδώ ένα ταλαντούχο πλάσμα. I first loved her from High Five back in Greece in early 2000s. Και τώρα είναι στη Νέα Υόρκη. And she's going crazy with everything that she's doing. Marlain Angelides, εδώ στην παρέα μας. Marlain μου, how are you?
I'm good. Γεια σας. Ευχαριστώ που με φέρατε εδώ να μιλήσουμε και στα ελληνικά που δεν έχω και πολύ ευκαιρία. Yeah, it's been quite a ride since High Five, and lots of different styles of music, which I'm sure you're going to ask me about. But yeah, it's really nice to sort of hook up with some Greek people, as we were talking just before, and say hello and meet people. It's really good for me. I love it. Thank you.
Κάνουμε εξάσκηση στα ελληνικά εδώ, παρεούλα.
Ωραία, ναι, είναι και αυτό.
Marlain, είσαι στη Νέα Υόρκη. Tell me about it. You've been there for about 7 years. How did that come about?
Well, so after High Five, I discovered my passion for rock music. Well, I kind of knew during High Five, but it wasn't really something I was allowed to kind of dabble with at all. It was all pop music. So with the sort of centrified sort of focus I had on rock music, I wanted to do English rock music, not necessarily Greek, because it's quite different, you know. Even though I worked with Vasilis Papakostandinu, which was my first kind of entry into Greek rock music, but it was great to work with him, but it wasn't really my sort of style. I discovered that I couldn't really find my footing in terms of what I wanted to do. So I started kind of looking for bands in the UK, because that's another place I'm from. I trained in the UK and I lived there as well. And I was looking for metal bands and rock bands there, and I found one, and then it kind of fell apart. So then I decided, well, I've tried everything. And I had met actually my Greek sponsor here in the US when I'd come on tour with Chadziyannis. Actually, I'd come to the US, and actually, I believe we came to Canada too. By the way, I'm trying to remember. And he said, "Do you want to come over to the United States?" I said, "Well, I don't know. Let me see." So I literally kind of came to New York and went to LA for like a period of about 3 months overall to sort of check it out and see what it's like. And I made the decision to go for the artist visa. And because I had such an extensive background in music, I got the artist visa, and I guess I chose New York because I feel it was more suitable for me. And here I am. I stayed. I got my green card. It was difficult to make the change and to start from the beginning, because nobody, you know, I literally kind of left my career behind me and decided to start a new career here. So yeah, it's been quite a ride of being sort of inducted into the American way of life.
Σε κέρδισε Νέα Υόρκη, τι να πούμε τώρα.
Με κέρδισε, ναι, γιατί υπάρχουν τόσοι διαφορετικοί άνθρωποι και πάντα ήμουν λίγο διαφορετική για την Ελλάδα. Δεν ξέρω, κάτι δεν κόλλαγε, ενώ είμαι Ελληνίδα. Δεν ξέρω, ήθελα να κάνω αγγλικό ροκ, ήθελα να κάνω άλλα πράγματα που δεν ήταν στο άκουσμα των Ελλήνων. Οπότε μου κόλλησε εδώ.
Και επειδή είσαι ροκού, τώρα είσαι the lead singer of 2 bands, right?
So yes, I have a metal band which is actually a little bit on hiatus. It's called Ascending Dawn, which at the moment hasn't been sort of working together. They were actually in England. That's the band I had, but yes, my main band that I'm with is an all-female Zeppelin band called Led Zeppelin, yeah, that's a great way to do my profession, to be a singer and a tour. We've toured Australia, we go around the US. I think we actually came to Toronto as well quite recently.
Λοιπόν, τελειώσει το COVID, σε περιμένω πάλι και θα είμαι εκεί front row μαζί σου.
Oh yeah, well I hope so. I mean, it's not my band, it's the guitarist's band, Steph Paynes, and she's fantastic, and she's had this band for a while, and I'm the singer for the last 4 years now.
So do you like girl bands?
I guess I do. Because I'm always in girl bands. I know, it's so weird. There's something special about an all-female energy. I can't explain what it is. I don't know. I seem to be attracted to it. I don't know. There's something there.
Ξέρεις τι μ' αρέσει? That you embrace the all female. Γιατί ακούμε πάρα πολλά, οι γυναίκες μαλώνουν η μία με την άλλη, είναι carry, είναι be, είναι that. I love that you embrace that female power, supporting each other. Τι ωραίο, μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ αυτό που έχεις πάνω.
Σε ευχαριστώ. Ναι, βασικά πιστεύω στις γυναίκες και θέλω να είμαστε supportive of one another. Και δυστυχώς δεν γίνεται συνήθως ή συνέχεια. So I try and go in that direction as much as possible. And you know, and I hope that, you know, as I, you know, support other women support me. It's great. Yeah. It's a good
what's
feeling.
Coming up next for you? You told me a few things. EP.
Yeah. So what happened with COVID? Obviously, everything died with music and my immediate. So I have two. I'm also an actor, a voice actor. So that the voice acting kind of stayed alive. That's still working. One of the reasons I have this studio. And yeah, and obviously the live music stopped, and I kind of was like, I need to find something creative to do, because I'm going to go a little crazy just being stuck in my apartment in New York with, I mean, I love New York, but there really isn't much greenery outside. Like, I live in Williamsburg and it's just buildings. So, you know, I don't really have much opportunity to sort of do much outside. So I thought I needed to focus on some stuff that is creative, and I discovered some old songs that I'd sort of originally written when I'd first come to New York, and I was like, why don't I try and do something on my own? Now, as you mentioned, I've always been in bands. So for me to do something on my own was scary. Like, never was attracted to being a solo artist. It's not something, I just prefer the group energy and sharing everything. And I was like, well, it'll be a new experience. It'll be different. I get to be responsible for everything. So basically, I took everything I've learned from what I've been in bands. I found myself a producer. His name is David Laurie, and he's a British wonderful guy. He lives out on the West Coast. And I decided to follow this gut feeling of doing new music. It's come out to be something electronic. And I would call it electronic rock. It's a little alternative and weird.
Weird.
Yeah. It is a little weird, and I'm hoping that, you know, next year when it comes out, I'll be able to share it with you guys. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's different to what I've done before, and a unique kind of persona that's come out of me. We also wrote, it's an EP, so it's 4 tracks, and a new song actually came out, like completely new, while I was on the plane with Led Zeppelin, going to Colorado for a COVID-related gig. Nice. We've had very few. And I was like, I had this song in my head, and I was like, oh shit, I'm on the plane with the mask. And I was like, what am I going to do? I pulled out my phone, and I was like holding it here, singing these like very quiet notes so I wouldn't forget the damn thing with the mask on. I mean, I must have looked so weird. So yeah, that was my little COVID song. And
I love that COVID song. I like how we named COVID song, COVID marriages, COVID babies.
Oh yes, wow. There are definitely, I'm sure, COVID babies coming up. Yes. So yeah, so this new EP is going to be out next year sometime, and I will be announcing my new artist name as well. Actually, maybe I can announce it with you guys for the first time. I was going to announce it online, but I'm thinking about it.
Okay, πάμε στο διαλυματάκι, να περιμένουμε τον κόσμο, so let's see. Θα μας πει η Marlain το καινούργιο της όνομα. Stay tuned, the Doralicious Show. Εδώ, Marlain Angelides. Is she gonna tell us her future stage name?
Well, okay, I thought about it in the break. I feel like, because I'm going to announce it over the next few weeks, I feel like maybe everyone should come join me on social media and find out what it is.
Now, what are your social media handles?
Yeah, it's going to change, but currently It's at Marlain_A, MARLAIN_A. And I think it's the same. I have Marlain, you can find me on marlainangelides.com, and you can find them all there as well. But yes, hopefully that was Instagram, and I'm going to announce it there. Facebook, it's the same, Marlain Angelides, and Marlain page. So.
Θα βρούμε.
Okay.
Να σου πω, do you ever miss Greece?
I miss Greece all the freaking time. I mean, here's the thing. There's something about being born Mediterranean. You miss the sun, you miss the sort of atmosphere, you miss the food. I didn't really know, because I moved to Greece I was born in Greece, but I lived in Venezuela, a bunch of different countries, so I never grew up there. And I went to Greece for High Five, so I went as an adult. And I sort of I was like, aha, now I understand why I'm Greek. Because I understood on a level, sort of a physical, intrinsic level, why I'm attracted to the Mediterranean Sea, the food, it's just something. That's where I live physically. Professionally. I'm sorry?
Είναι στο DNA μας.
Yeah, I know. It's like, how can you change that? And then like the professionally was the difficult match, but physically and intrinsically, it was definitely a good match for me. And my father lives there. And my mom lives in Cyprus, and I miss them both very much. I went actually in October. I had to go. I was like, I needed to see both my parents. And so my dad I went to Cyprus, but my dad came to visit me in Cyprus. I was like, I don't think I could deal with COVID twice in two different countries. So I did it one, and I picked to go to Cyprus. But yeah, I mean, you get the mountains, you have the sea, you have even the cities. I know, the food, I can't explain it. The tomatoes and the cucumbers just taste different.
Every time I go to Greece, I order χωριάτικη. I just want χωριάτικη.
I know.
Θέλω πατάτες τηγανιτές, the original. I don't want anything else. I just want those basic things.
I know, the salad is just something else. I know, and I try and explain it to my American friends. Even though they go to Greek restaurants, it's not the same because the ingredients aren't the same.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Έχεις επαφή with the girls from High Five or other people that you've worked with in Greece?
Με τις High Five ίσα-ίσα, κάθε φορά που πάω πίσω, προσπαθώ να επικοινωνήσω. Οπότε έχω δει τη Σάγια, έχω δει τη Φρόσο στην Κύπρο, έχω δει την Ειρήνη. Η Νάνση δεν μένει πλέον, μένει η Αγγλία, οπότε δεν την έχω δει. Αλλά έχουμε group chat, οπότε υπάρχει ένα μικρό group chat που μιλάμε που και που. Επειδή υπήρχε, ας πούμε, μια σκέψη, μήπως ξαναβρεθούμε, δεν ξέρω.
Θα ρώταγα γι' αυτό, το έχετε σκεφτεί?
Ναι, φυσικά το έχω σκεφτεί εγώ, γιατί η αλήθεια είναι ότι όταν ήμουν στις High Five και μου ήταν όλα καινούρια, και η Ελλάδα και το να μάθω, και βασικά και τη γλώσσα δεν την ήξερα τόσο καλά. Την έμαθα όταν ήμουν μέσα στις High Five στην τηλεόραση επάνω και ήταν και στην αρχή μου κόλλαγε η γλώσσα συνέχεια, μιλούσα μισά-μισά, που στην Ελλάδα δεν μπορείς να μιλήσεις μισά-μισά όπως εδώ. Οπότε ήταν και αυτό ένα θεματάκι. So, I don't know, I want to feel more comfortable doing High Five again. So there was like, wouldn't it be fun to just do a little bit, again, just to like sing the songs temporarily for a month, and like have fun with it a little bit more than I did the first time. That's my point of view. But I think κάθε μία έχει δική της γνώμη, το πώς το βλέπει το θέμα, οπότε υπάρχει μια διαφορά γνώμης σε αυτό.
That's awesome, though. You know what? You're so talented.
Oh, so thank you.
How has COVID impacted your creativity? Because I've talked to people who are more creative now, or others that have been like kind of like, not so much. Εσύ πώς είσαι, πού πέφτεις?
So, First of all, I'm really lucky, as I said, that one of my main professions, which was voiceover, became slightly more prolific, because it was the one job as a performer that people needed you could still do from home easily. So on that front, I've become a lot more, I guess, creative and work a lot more in that department. I tried to do the sort of, I've done a few kind of quarantine recording songs. You can find them. Led Zeppelin did 3 different songs like that. It's very time consuming and very difficult to kind of put together if you're in a band. Some people, as you know, we mentioned, are very much more adept at technology and stuff like that. And I'm okay. I'm not brilliant though. So it's like a trade-off between how much work can you put into something and how creative can you be. I did a little recent, another quarantine, I sang an Aerosmith song with a girl from Cyprus who played the piano, so that was fun as well. You can find that on my Instagram. And that was fun. So I tried to do a few other things that were more creative, but they didn't work, so I had to kind of stop them. And of course, the EP has come out of this. So I'm being creative on many fronts. I'm trying to deal with the graphic side. I'm doing a music video. I just shot a part of a music video. I'm shooting another part of it tomorrow. So I'm kind of... I'm sorry?
Your music video for the new songs coming?
Yeah, it's for one of the new songs. I'm trying to get together an electronic press kit to send to a few people before I start my PR campaign. So hopefully that will be ready before the end of the year. But I did a crowdfunding campaign to do the EP, and it was very successful, and so that's why I'm able to do the EP and pay for these things. So yeah, like I think I'm sort of in the middle. I haven't become super creative, but I'm definitely more creative now on many things.
That's awesome. Λοιπόν, Marlain, θέλω να σε ευχαριστήσω πάρα πολύ that you joined us.
Of course.
Show, και να σου πούμε καλή επιτυχία. Good luck with your new EP.
Ευχαριστώ.
Και περιμένω να μου το στείλεις so we can play it here on the Doralicious Show throughout Canada.
Of course, yes. Θα χαρώ πολύ. Thank you so much for having me, Dora.
Τα φιλιά μου, stay productive, stay creative and stay safe πλέον. Είναι αυτό που πρέπει να λέμε πάντα, stay safe.
I know, right? You too. Thanks so much.